Season 3 is here in full effect, and NBA 2K just dropped 5 new NBA builds you can use as a template now to start a new My Career player. And we're gonna cover each of those in this video. Also, there are new ratings where players got upgraded in their overalls and some dropped in overall, and we're gonna cover those too as well. And what you need to do to earn your own official 2K logo. Like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, we're dropping these every single week. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now let's start off with the 2K ratings. There were a few players that have been recognized for having a great start of the season and have gained an additional overall boost to their players. A few that stick out to me, one being 𝐷𝐷 Maxey. He's kind of in the whispers of an MVP candidate. He moved up to being a 92 overall. Austin Reeves went up to be an 89 overall. And then there's a few players that went up a couple points or even just 1 point in overall that has been having a great start to the season, like Scotty Barnes went up to an 88. James Harden is kind of carrying the offense over there in the Clippers. He bounced up to a 90. De'Aaron Fox coming back off an injury, being an 87. Peyton Pritchard is having a good start to the season. That Celtics team is better than we thought they would be. And they're, I think, like a couple games behind second place, I want to say. Something like that. And he's at an 83 overall, hoping. Cooper Flag bounced up to an 81. Ace Bailey becoming a 78. Zach Edey becoming an 81 overall too as well, which if he gets any better, it's going to be an absolute problem. But what do you guys think? There are a few people that got a bounce, got a boost in their overall that have been announced. And maybe if you've seen some playing a little bit of play now, what have you. And is there anybody you think kind of got snubbed? Anybody you think deserves a high overall or a lower overall? Let me know in the comments. A couple noticeable names that actually went down a bit. Anthony Davis dropped, and LeBron dropped from a 94 to a 92, which kind of surprised me. Because you would think they wouldn't do that to our boy LeBron, but they did this time. So yeah, you gotta be consistent, So here's what it is. Another piece of news I wanted to share with you guys, which I thought was just pretty cool. There's a guy out there creating the 2026 draft class, and he just posted a video on Twitter, and I was able to comb through it, and I was able to pull it up on the game. So I'm gonna show you where to go. But it is the latest 2026 draft class update. It looks like he's completed it with over 100 upcoming draftees, realistic face creations. There's ratings, fixed tendencies, and got them right with accessories and jersey numbers. If you're big into my NBA mode or my GM, his gamer tag is 𝐿𝐫𝐞, and you can upload this roster full of future rookies to your campaign. And another story that I wanted to cover with you guys, and I think it'd be a lot of fun for you folks that play a lot on the game, and that is the 2K logo show. So just like last year with the 2K Gauntlet, with a little bit of a twist, they have detailed out the way that you can win and earn the desired prize that all of us would love and appreciate. Wink, wink. There's a new format. The goal is to defeat 3 opponents in a row in a best of 3 series. If you win 1 series, you get 75,000 VC. You win 2 series, you get 200,000. You win 3 series, you get 500,000 VC, a My Team player card, and the 2K logo. But if you lose a series and go home, 20,000 per game won. So not bad at stake. Not bad. Now there are challenges too as well. A few that they pointed out. Also, there's many more that they're gonna unlock along the way. Unique rules added to test your skills. But the 3 that pop up right away, one being the 3 to win. And what this is you must end the game with a 3-pointer. Next being a purist. All players must use a default jump shot. And the next is barbecue. All My Team cards must be 6'10" or taller. And they added gameplay blocks. This has been added to disrupt your opponent's gameplay by taking elements out of play. Also, there's crew betrayals, which is a brand new concept where a champion teammate has the ability to betray their captain and snatch their logo. Now that's gonna end a few friendships. I ain't gonna lie. They better talk about that beforehand, because that's gonna end some friendships for sure. Looks like you have to be 18 or over to enter. It's only for PS5 and Xbox Series. I dropped the link in the description for you to sign up for yourselves and go for a 2K logo. Now the part that why everybody's here, and that is the NBA builds. Like I said, there are 5 builds that the NBA 2K dropped in season 3, and you can use this as a template. It's 1 for each position. One being Gilbert Arenas, the shooting guard spot being Drazen Petrovic, Small forward, Chris Mullin. Power forward, Dirk Nowitzki. And center, Kristaps Porzingis. You can find this in the My Career mode. What you want to do is go to My Career, pull up the next slot where you can create a My Player, hit New. Then you want to go to where it says NBA Builds and kind of start from there. So first is our boy Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is under the snipers category, right above where it says seasons. You can click sniper, go to point guard, and then he'll pop up. It says he's a deadly shot creator, incredible ball skills to get his shot off, good perimeter defender, can be a tough disruptor on defense, tough player overall. Looks like he's 6'3", 191 pounds, 6'8" wingspan, and they don't have the cool nickname for it. It just pops up as Gilbert Arenas. Let me see if I'm gonna go into it to see if I can get an actual build name out of it. But it looks like looks like there's a few things that kind of stick out to me. One being that his shot close is a 77, drive and layup 75, drive and dunk 75. So pretty average when it comes to that. His 3 is an 89, mid-range being a 92, ball handle at 90, speed with ball at 86. Being 6'3", that's not bad, but you're really dependent on shooting from about 15, 16 feet out. You can't really do a whole lot within the paint unless you're on breaks or in one-on-one situations, and it's not much help. You're gonna have badges or probably bronze. Pass action 85, so you can play make a little bit, and your perimeter is solid, 85 perimeter defense, 75 steal, and speed is 87, which is good but not great. When you're 6'3", you want to be a little faster, and the vertical is a 65, so you're not gonna really be getting up. Looks like the archetype is called a two-way ISO sniper, so that is the Gilbert Arenas builds. Like the go-to badges are go Deadeye, go Shifty Shooter, go Handles for Days, Strengths, Stops and Pops like clockwork. That's kind of crazy. Handles have flare control, super accurate three-point shooter, faster than most opponents. And it says no big weaknesses to report. Interesting. Yeah, like I was saying, a lot of those finishing badges are going to be bronze, which will do based off how good you are for one, and what type of style you like to run. Aerial Wizard being silver, you're not going to really need that at point guard, not going to lie to you, champ. Gold shooting badges, silver limb, silver mini. Okay. Passing badges, diamond gold, versatile gold. Okay, not bad. Ball handle, you got gold. Handles for days. Everything else is silver, and that's gonna play a big part too. You being 6'3", you're gonna be on the smaller end. So if you're in a lot of game modes, you're gonna want to have your badges at least gold. Now we do also have to take account cap breakers as well, and that's gonna help this badge get a little bit better. If you have a lot of cap breakers and you want to do something like this, I'll add a few of them to like a drive and dunk. You might be able to get enough +2s to get you to that 87 drive and dunk range, where you can get contacts and super posterizer. Or you want to add it up to your drive and layup so you can get your flow game a little bit higher. And you want to also add a little bit possibly to your speed with ball and your ball handle. You want to get at least a gold on your dribbling badges at the very minimum. I will aim for Hall of Fame. So ball handle, you probably want to get that up to about a 93, and then speed with ball to an 89. My suggestions, you're going to got to do it. I think it's a good template to start from if you're getting a game for Christmas or something. Next, shooting guard, we got Drazen Petrovic. Looks like they're all under a snipers category. So all of them going to be sniper related, shooting type related. That's what it's looking like so far. With Drazen Petrovic, old guy, 6'5", height, 195 pounds, 6'5" wings, okay. Unrivaled perimeter marksman, will go on absolute heaters from deep, can finish a bit around the rim, solid perimeter defender. Okay, somebody's a big Nets fan at the 2K facility. But you got to drive a layup at 85, close shot 77. That's pretty good. That would do at 6'5". 99 three-pointer, which is huge. So you're going to have legend shooting badges. That's big. And he has 73 steal, 82 perimeter defense. Ball handling is so-so, 75. Speed ball 75, not great. Pass act is okay. Speed's a little slow for a 6'5". They're gonna run right around him. They're gonna be able to catch up to him quick if he has a ball in his hand. So he's mainly gonna be used to run off dexes and play defense. He's gonna be a dex guy. You're gonna run off ball screens for this type of build. And if you have a lot of cap breakers, you're gonna put a lot of that towards your speed and your ball handle for sure. A lot of that's gotta go there. But let's finish the badge and see what it comes out to. Crafty 3-level scorer. As you can see, that's a legend shooting badges. Cold shooter, no doubt. That's a crazy strength name. Automatic from mid-range spots. Relentless downhill pressure. Needs craft, not hops to finish. Stiffness prevents agile lateral recovery. Yeah, so you're gonna get Torch, you got small arms, so you're not going to be able to jump at anything. Your perimeter's up, but your challenger is going to be like a bronze. Let's look at the badges. Silver finishing badges, which is okay with that 85. We already talked about the legend badges with the shooting. And remember, since he's not 6'3" or shorter, he won't get many marksmen. But he got legend badges, so you don't really need it. 75 free throws, kind of messed up for a 99 three-pointer. You're going to want to have a higher free throw. Personal, just based off personal experience, you just want it higher. Lightning launch silver is not bad. Can't get mad at that. Bronze, dribbling badges, and then, of course, your silver playmaking badges is okay. Let's look at defense. Challenger is on silver. Okay, so that does help. And then, of course, no rebounding, and then you have no vert, and you're kind of slow with speed. If I had cap breakers, I would put them on speed for sure. If I wanted to stick to a 3-and-D guy and just sit hash, deep hash, and just catch and shoot, this might be a good build, and I want to put my cap breakers. I want to lean into the defense a little more and get more steal, and I got to have some ball handling. If I have enough to get that ball handling up to an 86, I think I'll be really happy. Would it be in a 75? You might just get +2s in the 5 spots. If that's the case, maybe leave it alone. I want to get an 86 ball handle. If I can get it. If I can't, I want to get my speed up, or I want to get my steal up too. Glove, bronze is good, silver interceptor is good, but an 85 steal would work. If you can't get an 86 ball handle, you can get an 85 steal for sure. It's an okay build, Not bad, not bad. Next small forward, and that is Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin, true sharpshooter from mid-range and deep, crafty finisher, legitimate two-way player. 6'6" height with 6'6" wings, 200 pounds. Okay, so they're kind of sticking to that. A little taller than Drazen. He has a higher driving layup. He's loaded up at 6'6", so he's probably going to use him as a lock. It's probably going to be a true cone, 3-and-D cone. No finishing outside the driving lab. 81 close shot is okay. That'll do. That's good. 96 mid-range and 93 three-point shot. You're going to have gold shooting badges, possibly Hall of Fame. Actually, Hall of Fame badges with mid-range 96, which is good. But I think your limbs are going to be at silver, I want to say. You might have silver limb at 93. I'm going to pull it up here soon. So perimeter 92, that's good. 80 agility, not bad. Ball handling for a lock type of position, which is not bad for 75. It's actually not terrible. It's a little vanity when it comes to three-point shooting, but they made sniper builds, so let's come through it. Let's see what it pops up as. A two-way crafty, 3-level scorer, Hall of Fame shooting badges like we spoke on, mid-range assassin, drops bombs off the catch, elite wing defender, clean touch near the basket. Impressive. Weaknesses, not a threat in the air, limited range on block attempts. Didn't even think about block, but you're gonna be guarding point guards anyways. So let's be real. Let's take a look at the badges. Yeah, gold flow game, I love that. Silver physical finisher, I love that. So you're gonna be able to finish around the rim. Gold limitless, that's gonna be enough, especially for a 6'6". You can play the 2 or the 3 and be a defensive guy. And I think this gives you flexibility when it comes to your cap breakers. You could even go down there and get some rebounds if you want to. Throw cap breaks on that. You might be able to get plus 15 or 16 to fill that up to like a 70-something or even 80 possibly. You definitely want the higher free throw. And steals, I would go for the 85 if you can get it. So this gives you a lot of room for flexibility when it comes to using cap breakers. This is probably the best out of the 3 so far. And a side note, I know it's a little dark in this video. For some reason, I can't get my light to connect. So we're trying to shoot this before the sun comes down, and it's 5:10. So I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. Power forward, got Dirk. This is probably gonna be an interesting one. Dirk, 7 foot, 247 pounds, 7 foot wingspan. Kind of big for a power forward, 240, 247. I might be tripping though. I always thought the power forward builds were a lot skinnier. 94 close shot, that's good. 90 post control. Now we're talking. 7 foot post control, 81 standing dunk, which is good. 80 drive and layup, which is good. 3-pointer and 89. 93 midi. Pass act 76. No, not much ball handle, but he's 7 foot. Who cares? Not that fast. Could be a little quicker if you're gonna be playing online. Rebounding is serviceable. He's 7 foot, so you can also add some cap breakers to that. Block 84 for Dirk. 84 block, interesting. 82 interior defense, no prim, low steal, and looks like 86 strength and 65 vert. Okay, what did that come out to be? A crafty 3-level glass guardian, efficient mid-range scorer, clears defensive glass with ruthless authority, confident scorer behind the arc, sets powerful screens, needs angles, not hops, lacks athletic agility. I think this is perfect build for like playing the ones. If you just kind of want to have fun, you just want to go one-on-one and just do post moves to work on your craft, I wouldn't hate this. In game, maybe you have to play with some people who are okay with you getting the ball on the block and going to work, because a lot of people aren't watching that. Me being one of them. If you're good at throwing hooks up and doing post spins and using paint prodigy and throwing push shot quick floaters, then be my guest. This is a good build. But if that's not your bop, just stick to just stick to what works. He gets 89-3, you get gold shooting badges, purple Hall of Fame. You get purple set shot specials, which is great. Silver limitless, which is great. You're gonna get access to a lot of good jump shot animations, which is gonna work great for you. I think purple flow game and purple shooting badges with limitless gives you a lot of a room to work in a 3-level setting. Defensively, you're gonna be a little bit of a liability because you're slow, but you'll be able to hold your weight just well enough. I mean, you have 86 strength. You have silver post badges, but you get a big beefy boy down there, you're getting put in the rim. No doubt about it. You got 84 block, get bronze, high flying, and iron, silver, paint patroller. That I don't think that's enough against real like slashers. It's gonna be tough for you to turn your hips and be able to guard pick and roll situations. 55 agility, it's just not gonna work. You have a 40 perimeter defense, which is not gonna work. So if you're guarding corner, I think you're in a good spot. To know you gotta do is worry about the corner shot and the drop. But if you're in the pick and roll, and this is your backing guy, you're gonna get cooked on defense. But offense, you have enough to be a big threat even in comp ball. For sure, you're just gonna be a little slow, partner. Now, last is center. It looks like they went with Kristaps Porzingis. He is 7'2", height, 7'2" wings. I thought they should have made his arms a little longer. Maybe I'm tripping. He's also 240. So same size as Dirk, just a little taller. Difficult to guard, inside-out scoring threat, elite stretch capabilities, towering presence, great rim protector, runs the floor. Okay, looking at it, close shot is tantalizing. Love a big close shot myself. Is drive a layup, drive a dunk, not that high. Don't need it that high. Standing dunk to 90. Post control at 87. Post control at 87. Interesting. Defensive rebound and O board, it's a little low, 80, 85. Shooting is the 89-3. Wow. Blocks at 93, which is great. Pass act is a little low for a center. If you want to play center, you got to add it up. Speed, of course, he's not going to be that quick. 83 strength, 85 interior. Okay. What did he come out to be? Backline stretch post score. Purple flow game. I got to get better at using flow game at center. I think that's a skill that most people need to develop, is be able to do that little push shot. If you can do that, bro, you're going to be cooking. Owns a restricted area, great close range score, slams lobs without gathering, elite range for a big, no big weaknesses to report. All right, let's look at the badges. Gold finishing badges, got purple Hall of Fame, float game, which is great. And then your driving layup, driving dunk. You got gold aerial wizard, which is more than enough. Posterizer still on bronze, so when you're doing rise ups, you're gonna get good rise up animations on that standing dunk. I would put that vertical up to 66 just so I can get it to gold. If you have cap breakers, gotta get rise up on gold if you can get it. It's one cap breaker, you get gold rise up. If you want to use post control, it's good, especially that post powerhouse. If you got a small guy on there, one mush push, put him under the rim, you can just dunk it with that gold rise up. If you add it up, shooting, and you be a threat from deep. You have 83 strength, so you're not going to be able to set big screens. If you're a center, silver brick wall isn't that great unless you got somebody you trust who can really get shifty and really move with the ball in their hands. Otherwise, like, you're not going to get great animations. Good defenders are going to get through you, and you're not going to get that many good rebound animations. Like, you need to be in the 90s when it comes to rebounds. So if you have cap breakers, I would throw them on that. But even then, you might get +2s for each one. Let's see, you got 93, 92. Yeah, you probably get +2s for each level, and then probably +1s towards the end. So you might get 292, which will get you to gold. And if you really like this build, want to use it as is, I would add that to your defensive rebound. But if you're good, like if you're good at getting position, you might be okay, and you're 7'2", but it's gonna be some 7'4s out there leaping over your noggin. 85 paint, D is good. Paint patroller gold. You being 7'2", that's gonna work. And then you got gold paint patroller. So if you get a wall up animation in the paint, I wouldn't have to worry about it. People going through you. Gold shooting badges, silver shooting badges with gold set shot. That's gonna be perfectly fine. And you got post fade phenom. You find a good animation that works. You use like Jokic or somebody, you can post fade people to death. So that should work out great. Man, it's crazy how dark I am in this, but those are all the badges. Those are all the builds that 2K dropped. Go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want to join the logo show? I have the link in the description. Do you want to use one of these builds and add some cap breakers to you? Do you want to tweak a little bit of them? Let me know which build looked the best out of the ones I've showed you today. But that's all I got. I'm going to be dropping these every single week. Lock into the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. We're dropping these every single week, and then like the video. That is most important. Find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's �ယေYNotGaming. And TikTok, I'm �ယေYNotTikTok. I'll be back later this week with an interview I did with Vlad Wavy. But until next time, guys, love y'all. Remember that. I appreciate y'all for watching the entire video. Go ahead and give this next video a watch because I think you're going to enjoy it. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, love y'all. Remember that.